picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. Played into space. And that has been clubbed away. Robertson has it out wide and in space. Kodimos deals with that nice and simple. Spread out to the left. Robertson. No, that's been intercepted. And they can counter here. Now, can they get him away? He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. There's the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's hoisted clear. And that has been cleared. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. It's Simikas, looking to play him in. Skims one, shot at goal! Goal! Greece! And it's Greece who take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Greece are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, that's a clever... It's a might! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, that's fabulous. Drilled in low. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. Kamavinga.
Greece, just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Real chance! They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Greece do have a chance to counter here. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Valverde, he's going for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we've reached half-time. And we're underway again.
It'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Akanji. And Robertson. Valverde. And it's Robertson. Knocks it into space. Valverde gets flagged offside.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, what has happened here? Crossed into the middle. He's having a go! He's got to be quick to recover this. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Akanji for Valverde, and it's Messi. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted. Out to the left it goes. Bakasetas.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bakasetas. Oh, good spread. 75 minutes played. Over to the left. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Substitutions taking place.
Valverde.
Indonesia really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Spread it left. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Robertson. And Fernandez. Robertson.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Camavinga. And it's Valverde. And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood, it shapes the shoots! Stefan on goal. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Nagy. Kamavinga can get on the end of this. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Indonesia yet to have an attempt on goal.
Hungary, just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter.
There's the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. A full-blooded header.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
And it's Soboslai. Big chance! Goal! Hungary! And Hungary are in front. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Hungary have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Messi. Out of play for a goal kick. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kane. Szoboszlai. Hungary are looking to break at pace. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he was quick to react. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's going for goal! Oh! Fantastic! About as smooth as it gets! And they're at it again in double quick time! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Alexander-Arnold.
2 minutes has been indicated.
And it's Kamavinga. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's Valverde. That's very neat. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Please join me in wishing all the best for members of our fan clubs their wedding anniversary today.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Camavinga. Looking for the run. Kerkez providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's nice. An instinctive delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Camavinga, Fernandez. That's a throw. Son Heung-min. Great vision. Oh, it's clean! It's bounced back off the post. And it's Soboslai. He's looking wide. Kerkez looking to get on the end of this. Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. Son Heung-min. And Robertson. And it's Messi. Fernandez. Distributed tidily.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Now Son Heung-min. Forwards and with intent. It's a pretty loose pass. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Kirkes. It's a searching pass. Can he finish? Yes! And they are cruising away. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Hungary find a position of real strength now. Robertson. Son Heung-min. Soboslai was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Soboslai.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Coming through for him. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking. And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beggan alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. No way through. Messi, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail, time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Son Heung-min opts for safety.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Bulgaria
Really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is ridiculed somewhat, but long passing will always have a respect, particularly if it picks out the movement up front, of course.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Messi. And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Kane. It's a good spell of possession, this. Aimed beyond the defence. Played back in. Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. He's picked his way through. Shot, surely! Goal! Bulgaria! And Bulgaria are in front. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Bulgaria themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That's a throw. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Jimenez calmly anticipates. Camavinga for Messi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, good spread. Played back into the centre. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Indonesia.
Well, for me, Peter, things have not got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming. because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Now, we would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that could send him on his way.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's interviewed there. Kamavinga. And it's Son Heung-min. Messi. That's really well manoeuvred. Messi. Now then, the ball's come loose. Indonesia still this single goal behind.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Played out wide. Looking to go deep.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Kane. Now it's Kane. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
This is Messi.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's gone loose. Shot a goal! Well, that is really good tenacity.
Substitutions taking place.
Bulgaria making another change here. And he's there to belt it away. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Hans Mulder. Now it's Kane. Played out to the right. Looking tiny in possession here. Oh, such a clever touch. Messi! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Substitution.
Area making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Indonesia are looking desperate here, short on time and options. Well,
it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. There's the shot! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line!
Big run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Number 23.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Out of time.
Alexander-Arnold. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's just plain safe and simple.
Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. Messi. And time is up. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were at times cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Indonesia desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, jointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Wow, what a sight this is. And the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. started here. Hit into the middle. Looking for options for movement. And this is Kane. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Freuler. And it's Rodriguez. Here's Zakaria. And it's Garcia. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xhaka plays it short. Now this could be a chance. Oh, shooting chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Mbolo. That has been cut short. Camavinga. Indonesia, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Messi. Camavinga. Valverde. And it's Camavinga. Granit Xhaka. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he passes it long.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That is good alertness. Switzerland are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
He's got through. Oh, crossbar! And that's caused a worry or two.
Freuler must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
Nicely weighted ball. Garcia in acres of space out wide. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Son Heung-min. It's Camavinga. Messi. There's a sharp little ball here. Rodriguez spots it. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
So off we go once more.
Indonesia really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Freuler. Out towards the flank. Camavinga. Alvedi. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Robertson. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Robertson. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but not giving up on it. There's plenty of energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Zakaria. Freuler. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. Kamavinga. And Akanji. Jimenez. Freuler. And it's Zakaria. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Rodriguez. Passes short and sharp. Oh, that's a fine interception. Danger averted for now.
Substitution for Switzerland. Number 7, N'Golo. Number 11, number
Zakaria.
2, coming on the field.
Great ball, and he's in here. And the shots!
Number 23.
That's a half-decent try.
Zakaria certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Kamavinga, they're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Ricardo Rodriguez. Now it's Freuler.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Jimenez. Fernandez.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of the danger that was growing. And they're back on the ball again. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Please join me.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing an expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
What colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. And the shots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Flores, distributed tidily, knocks it into space, and he lines up a cross, and he's there to clear it. Played it again, up he goes! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Alexander-Arnold, Valverde, looking for options for movement, cleared without complication. Referee's given a throw. It's not an especially good pass, that. And back to the keeper. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. Guerrero. Peru trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Camavinga, Messi, and here's Son Heung-min. He's shifting through the gears here. Kane! And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Indonesia have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Shot, surely! And he gets rid in a hurry. Robertson. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No way through. Flores, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Flores, played out to the right.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Valverde, and it's Messi. For Messi. Camavinga, and it's Robertson. Messi. Knocks it out wide, and it's Camavinga. And Fernandez.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Putu. Flores. Can he spark a counter here? And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Indonesia.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Indonesia leading 1-0 at the break.
Wah, ngantuk gimana ya?
draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus service. Substitution progress.
There's the start of the second half. Indonesia carrying a one-goal lead. Flores. No, that was never going to make it. Son Heung-min turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Robertson. And it's Fernandez. And it's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min touches it back. Just coming up to the hour mark. It's clean! Keeper's not concerned by that.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
This looks promising. Played out wide. Kamavinga. So Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
And it's made its way to him. There's the header! Sticks it away! They are right back in business!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Peru grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict. Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
It's been shipped out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Yes, di sini kita lawan Malaysia ya. Di sini kita akan lawan
Jimenez
Malaysia.
did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lapadula.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Cross needs to be good. Kamavinga. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for territory right now.
Donnarumma claims comfortably.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Juga lawan Malaysia.
More than a good
Lawan
match, actually,
Malaysia.
certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, after all, what are you thinking?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been one winner, but ifs don't count in football.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
guys, pertandingan berikutnya melawan Malaysia ya.
Just a quick announcement.
Akan melawan Malaysia guys. Nasional Indonesia, nasional Malaysia. Oke, sip. Sip, 15 saja, nggak usah lihat banyak. Informasi 4-2-1-3 aja. Sip. Ini kalau diubah sini aja. Ridho mainin, Ridho mana? Ridho ayo main. Agak.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent.
Indonesia melawan Malaysia guys ya.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, getting his unique brand of expert analysis. Here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. It's a promising position. Pass somewhat off target. He's in space and looking for options. And out it comes again. And the pass is intercepted. It's a good foot in there. Place it in, and a chance!
Oh, mantap.
Who's going to be first to it? Oh, what has
Was.
happened? And he's following up!
Bagus.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Buset dah.
And it's been taken short. Cross to the back post. He's there to head it!
Bagus.
That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ditepis ya, kipernya lagi mantap nih.
It's terribly wayward. Well, he can only improve on that one next time. That pass has been well intercepted.
Dapat.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. That is good alertness. Oh, Wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
It's a really well-measured ball. He's come through and he's had a quick look
Offset
inside.
dong.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Langkah ya. Kemana gitu?
Out for a throw. Another throw-in. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's been intercepted.
Makanya pada kemana ya?
Indonesia, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper.
Udih.
Drives it in.
Oke, mantap
I
dapat.
think that's offside.
Lagi
Yes,
ya.
it is.
Berapa kali dia nih? Wah, satu badan.
Tries to play it through. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Gitu sih.
He's shifted it to the flank. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Ya,
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, that's well spotted.
sip bagus dapat.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Press terus. Dapat. Aduh. Dapat. Bagus, yuk serang balik. Ya ampun, kelamaan.
Driving forward. Can he get it through? Shot could be on.
Hit.
Thinks takes a shot. That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Ball's gone out of play. Challenged, foul and a free kick in a very
Ya itu
dangerous area.
kena bola, Sid. Gimana sih itu?
And he has shown
Bola,
a
Sid,
yellow
bola
card.
itu, Sid.
The players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Iya, kaki. Aduh. Orot mangon. Aduh, bahaya nih.
He's gone for goal. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely spread. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Gitu dong. Sip. Umpan sini. Umpan lagi.
The defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Cedera kayaknya.
Looking to play him in. Spread neatly. Lovely bit of skill.
That was well seen too. Good clearance. Well played and well cleared.
Ini. Gitu.
And the shot!
Bagus.
Not the most accurate pass. Not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing... Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, hampir aja gol lagi.
Surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Good spread. Looking for options for movement. And he was quick to react. Long ball upfield.
Kuning dah tu.
Changes him with that pass. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Nicely shaped ball. He's got away. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Malaysia has the chance to go the other way. We are into stoppage time. Great vision.
Yay!
Well, that's
Yay!
beautifully weighted. There's the shot!
Bolan
And right on half-time! That is telling! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
A steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Indonesia.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Dua kali penyelamatan ya guys ya. Udah. Kebobolan guys di menit-menit akhir. Kebobolan di menit-menit akhir babak pertama. Cah, satu ini bagus nih penyelamatannya nih. Mantap. Semainnya juga deh. Guys, babak kedua ya. Tinggal 1-0.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Full tag ya.
Real chance!
Tendangannya kemana
Didn't believe it,
tahu
just needed
orang
better
tuh.
contact.
Press.
More and more pressure on the ball here.
Dapat.
That could spell trouble.
Aduh, sayang sekali. Aduh,
Knocks it into space. He's in plenty of space here.
balik.
He is through here.
Sundulan dia pasti.
Played into the box. Cleared away. Here comes another cross. Oh, smashing header. Tried his hardest, but the cross asked too much of him in the end.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. But you can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for them to keep working at it.
Ambitious ball here.
Tendang.
And he's there to get it away.
Kenapa bukannya ditendang tuh?
It's gone for a throw-in. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Oke, corner kick, mantap.
It's their second corner of the game,
Paham guys.
and now they can clear their lines. Elbow goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. No way through there. Threads one in.
Dapat sih, harusnya dapat.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Dapat dong.
Now that looks a decent ball. He is just caressing the ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Takes it. He's got full.
Offset
He
dong.
has done it.
Wow, offset sih.
Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Aduh. Sebenarnya deh.
Malaysia are pretty 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tries to pass it through. Big shot!
Aduh, kenapa malah di
This is referee rightly gives him offside.
Aduh, mau mundur tuh padahal tuh kan. Kaki tadi. Wah, kalau saat ini. Press terus. Wah,
He's through here, and he welcomes it in. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty.
Itu bola
And
Sid.
that really
Itu
is the
bola,
last thing
Sid.
they wanted to do.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and
Bola,
he knew he
Sid,
had
itu,
to do
Sid.
something to prevent a goal then.
Tebak saudara, tebak.
Covers you right, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
After 63 minutes is number 12.
Tangannya, tangan.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, that is a real
Aduh,
chance!
tendang dong.
That has been knocked clear. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's on a charge. Malaysia disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Good read, needed to be.
Ya ampun.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, and the shot!
Kepiang.
Oh, he's hit the bar!
Kepiang, guys.
And how did he not make it four?
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in space and looking for options. Elects to cross. And the keeper beats it away. Well, there's the clearance. But they've got it again. Nicely weighted ball. And the finish!
Tendangannya
That
gimana?
is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Oh, dia bukan kaki kiri sih ya, karena tadi terbalik dulu.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Press terus. Dapat, ya ampun.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Nice physical challenge. And the counter is on. Strong running down that left flank.
Aduh,
It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
pas banget lagi kiper.
He's on it. Can he get away?
Sip.
ball here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's made its way to him. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Crosses it in. It's hit the crossbar. It goes to show he is human after all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it. Well, they can at least make a fight of it, even if it's just a goal. The lift it would give would be huge, no matter what the end result is.
Ini kayaknya masih yang dibenerin nih.
That's a sharp pass. He has found a way through. He has a look up.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Driving on and making good progress. He's in a great position here. And he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Good ball, good take. Now that is a hefty challenge.
At a time.
Always played it in low. And safely in the keeper's hands. Now, can they get him away? No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Chance! It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Indonesia have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating.
Ya, daripada dirubah.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nice. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is a delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their... It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Now this could be a chance. And he's had a shot! He's got away with one there.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, nicely intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. They get him away. And he welcomes it in. No, that's been intercepted. It's a really well measured ball. Can he finish? He finishes! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing.
Waduh, satu langkah.
Nicely weighted ball. And the shots!
Aduh.
Wanted to outwit the keeper, but a shade off target.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence or his willingness to have a go at that.
And we have our very first corner. There's the clearance. And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Serang dong.
And that has left him in a heap. Tries a shot! Well, that is rather wayward. Good play on the left-hand side here. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. And he's searching. Can he finish?
Ooh.
It's a goal! The breakthrough strike. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Indonesia fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's got away. Played into the box. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Satu langkah.
It's lofted through here. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is sense to sense. Was missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, that's surely a foul free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. The first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any stronger half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands. So no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Indonesia leading a cagey shot at goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Ambitious ball here. That's an imaginative pass. Might be taken charge, surely!
Aduh,
Surprised
hampir
the
aja
keeper,
gol,
but
guys.
missed the target.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
That's really well manoeuvred. And it's made its way to him. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Good ball, good take. And he's had a hit. Missed by a fraction. Impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Can he get it through? Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. There's a sharp little ball here. Malaysia do have a chance to counter here. Perfectly measured that.
Malaysia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Pass is just off target. Indonesia, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Aduh.
2 minutes to be added on. Out for a throw. And that's that. Indonesia have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.